there's something that something will happen where Cody will retire and I will be it.
Oh, okay.
I will do my best to retire Cody Rhodes. That's all I'm going to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic, and we are back for another casual conversation with the Classic. And I got a very special guest. You guys might have seen him here, there, and everywhere. He is the son of the late, great Brodie Lee. He is Brodie Lee Jr., -1, whatever you guys know him as. I guarantee you've seen him on the internet, though. You've 100% seen this kid. He's been everywhere. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. We're just going to chill and talk. This is called Casual Conversations. Perfect. So, usually I'm interviewing, like, older guys that will come on here and they'll tell me about, like, seeing Andre the Giant and King Kong Bundy and Bobo Brazil. But I'm just going to ask you the same question I ask all of them first. What were your earliest memories of professional wrestling? Like, what were the things you remember seeing first?
But I remember going to all the WrestleManias, like, 30 through, like, I think maybe 35, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, 35. Going to all those. And those were always fun to watch. And then, of course, AEW.
Yeah.
But that's more recent. But early memories are probably WrestleMania, going to, like, watching, like, my dad compete at those. So those are really fun.
Outside of your dad, who was your favorite wrestler? Like, when you were a kid, who were you like? That's my person.
Oh, Big E. Big E was.
Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big E, obviously in your day, and honestly, like everybody, but like mostly the New Day.
Mostly the New Day. That's cool though. You have a cool relationship with Big E too.
Yeah,
I've seen. So it's cool that like he was your favorite, and then also like he got to be such a big part of your life. Do you have any like as a kid like memorable moments backstage at these events and stuff?
I remember WrestleMania 35. It wasn't. No, not WrestleMania 35. I think it was just like a random like SmackDown. Maybe I just remember playing video games with like all of them backstage. And that was fun because, like, I love video games, obviously, and then just going to play with all these people that I watch on TV. So that was always fun, yeah.
What were you guys playing? Do you remember?
Game Beast, maybe?
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe. I don't know, though. I mostly watched more than actually played, but I still played a little bit.
Yeah. When did you realize that like what your dad was doing like as a wrestler? Like when did you realize like he's a wrestler? Like what is this? Like did you ever go to a show and were you like worried for him or?
I think the most I've ever been worried was I remember watching the dog collar match, and I cried. But the funniest thing was I wasn't worried about safety. I was worried that he lost the belt.
Yeah.
I remember my mom called him. And I went into the room, I was trying to act cool, and I'm watching 1, 2, 3, and I just remember crying and called my dad. My dad's like, oh, he's like, I think he said, say hi to Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I know Arn. And I crying. He's like, why are you crying? You worried about safety? And I was like, no, I'm worried he lost the belt. I started laughing.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you're probably like, I don't even want to say hi to Arn right now. Like, I just want to know what happened to the belt. What do you make me talk to Arn for?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it feel being like, you have to be like the youngest talent signed of all time, signed at 8 years old.
I'm not signed.
Didn't they offer you like?
Huh? No, everybody thinks I'm signed. I'm not signed. Like,
oh.
Yeah.
So you're doing that extra work. You're like an independent contractor.
If you want to put it like that, you can.
Because you've been on TV quite a bit, man.
Yeah.
So you're not signed.
No, not signed anymore.
Oh, but that's crazy. I thought you were. Oh, not anymore. So you were briefly.
No, not. No, I sorry, I said not anymore. Not at all. I was never signed.
So they never gave you a contract.
I signed a contract to when I turn 18 if I want to.
So that's what I meant. Like, technically you're signed, but you're not signed until you turn 18. You can't officially sign until you're 18.
So the deal was when I turn 18, if I want that contract, it is always open.
So there's something. So you're still the youngest signed to be signed one day.
Kind of,
if you want it. If you want it, then. That's still pretty cool.
The only thing I really signed was it was that, and I also signed a random, like, contract for when I turned 18, me versus Mox in a death match. I don't know if I'll take
So, they're like, okay, we're gonna give you a thing to sign that if you turn 18 and you want to wrestle, you're all good, but immediately you have to wrestle Mox in a death match.
No, that, 2 different contracts. 2 different
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You signed both?
I did.
So you didn't even think about this deathmatch situation. The older you get, you're going to have more fear of wrestling him in a deathmatch.
Yes.
You're not going to know if you're going to go through with the first contract.
I don't know if I'll take that offer up. I'll definitely wrestle him. I don't know in a deathmatch, though.
You know what? To be fair, like, as someone that's older, like, you're going to be older by then. He's going to be older then. I think you might be able to take him.
I don't know. The older he's got, the more crazier he's been.
You got, like, what? 6-7 years still. He's going to be 6-7 years older. Then you... I don't know. You might be able to take him. Just start hitting the gym, eating your vitamins, go eat some protein, get jacked. That's all you got to do.
I might. I don't know.
Get Will Hobbs size, you'll be okay.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get there.
Yeah, but you know what? It might be worth it if you have to wrestle Mox in a death match,
Maybe.
How was it, like, your first experiences, like, on TV and stuff? Because obviously you were on TV very early. You're doing fun stuff. You were out there with the Dark Order as -1. Like, how were those experiences for you now looking back? 'Cause, like, you're a little bit older now. You might be like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, the first time I was on live TV was the tribute show.
Yeah.
And that, like, looking back at it, I was like, wow, that's crazy that, like, this many people watch this. Because, like, getting older, like, the more I realized, like, people watch that. It's crazy to me just because, like, seeing how everybody watched that is crazy, man. Like, and then, like, getting older, like, I'll see stuff that I did where, like, I'll cut a promo on TV and I'm like, oof. Like, because, like, I cut promos now and, like, I'll look back at the old ones and I'm, ooh. Like,
they weren't that great? You weren't impressed by them?
No. Especially on live TV with that many people.
Is there any moment that you've had so far that you actually have a little bit of secondhand embarrassment from outside of promos?
Oh, definitely.
What?
Spot that I just watched it back a couple days ago, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible.
What was it?
It was QT Marshall did a spot, right? And
yeah.
I'm supposed to go, like, fight him or something, and then he, like, gets to the ring, Dark Order beats him up, and I get on the apron, and I say something like, I wait until I'm 18. And then, like, there's a weird pause, or, like, I would fight you now. There's a weird pause, but he's like, I'm just gonna wait until I'm 18, and then I walk away.
Yeah.
And I look back at it, and I'm like, oof.
How's your relationship with all the Dark Order members and everybody?
Very good.
You were very close with them for the first half there.
Yeah, I think the closest relationship I have is with Preston Vance still.
Yeah.
I talk to him a lot. So, but yeah, I'm still very close with all of them. So,
Preston's awesome. He's a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
Who else are you close with backstage? Who are your people backstage at AEW?
Give you a couple. I'll say wrestlers first, and then I'll go like the real backstage. But wrestlers that I hang out with the most is probably Dante Martin, Darius Martin, Top Flight. They're freaking cool. I always roll around with them. Let's see. Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
I hang out with a bunch. Obviously, Sammy and Ty with Luna, Kevin Knight, so Will Hobbs, and then but non-wrestlers that I hang out with is Charlie, and he works on the props and all that.
Yeah.
And, like, most of the props that you see that are really good come from Charlie and his people. So I hang out with a bunch. So I've learned a lot about props and stuff from him. So
well, that's cool. You're learning other trades in the business just in case you don't want to wrestle Moxley.
Yeah. And just to learn about like because there will be barbed wire that I'll touch and he'll be like, "Oh, touch it," and I'll like hesitate, but it's fake.
Yeah.
Like, barbed wire, and then he's like, "Okay, touch this one," and I'll touch it, and I'm like, "How?" Because it's real. And he's like, "We mostly use real, but like we'll mix in fake, like just so it's not
as bad."
Yeah. So I'm going, oh wow, like it's not as bad as I thought, but still, like this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Hey, yo, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic, Justin. I'm here to show you guys the new officially licensed WWE plush toys that are available now at Walmart.ca online. You guys can get yourself a Jey Uso. Yeet. Look, he's got the hair, a little mullet going on here. He's got the glasses. Probably the coolest one that I think out of them all. I actually really like the Jey Uso. We got some legends. We got some guys like Hulk Hogan. We got Hulkamania. We got the Hulkster handlebars and all. We got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is up in here. Look at the details on the jacket and all that fun stuff. We got the Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns. And guys, I'm only showing you some of them. There's so many other ones that aren't here with me now. There's Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley. This one's one of my favorites. Jake the Snake Roberts with the snake. A little cool detail to have the snake with him. I think anyone would enjoy playing with this guy. It's got the OG gear and everything as well. Snakeskin boots. Of course, I had to get Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be. Kind of like the thingy, the little hand thingy, I don't know. It's cool, Bret Hart. Once again, the details are really cool. You can pull the straps down. That's another thing that's like a little interesting, you know, if you want to be playing with these. It's his retirement tour, last time ever. Says it on the shirt. This is a very exclusive plush toy of John Cena. You can do the whole "You Can't See Me" last time ever. Pretty cool John Cena plush toy. These are kind of larger than your usual plush toys. They're a little bit bigger than the tiny ones that you can also get from Walmart. And then we also got none other than the final boss, The Rock, doing the people's eyebrow and everything. Check these out, walmart.ca. They'll be in stores. Select styles will be in select stores next month in November. And then in 2026, they'll be in some stores in the United States. WWE officially licensed plush toys. These are just some of the ones I could show you. There's a ton more. Make sure you get them all before they do another drop, so you don't miss out on any of the drops. That's actually cool to learn about, learning that stuff when you're younger and being around it and seeing how everything works. So by the time, if you do make the decision to go in there, you've already learned so much. You're kind of like soaking it all in from all these people. I know a lot of the people you brought up, like I know Dante and Kevin and Sammy and stuff, and you know they're probably willing to teach you and show you things and see what you've learned so far in the ring. And on that note, I see you training a lot with Nattie and TJ.
Oh, yeah.
They're out there in the dungeon, and I have a great relationship with both of them too, my fellow Canadians. How is it working at the dungeon with Nattie and TJ? You know, there's always familiar faces rolling in there, whether it's you know Kevin or BFAB or Liv or Maxine, who just won the Intercontinental title. Like, how is it working at the dungeon?
I always tell people. And every time I tell people, they say they understand. But to me, it's hard to not succeed and do bad when you have trainers like Nattie and TJ. Yeah. Because they are next level amazing. And I can go on and on about talking with them, but I'll minimize it as much as I can. But they are so amazing, and what they've done in the business and what they've brought to wrestling in general, not just WWE, but what they brought to AEW, what they brought to TNA, New Japan, Mexico, like it's amazing because you see stuff that their family did, and you'll see it in so many other places. And it's crazy to think that the family that, like, really, like, how do I say this? Spent their life, like, around this business, and just to see them carry that on is crazy, man.
Yeah, and like to your point, that passing it on to so many different people that work in so many different promotions. It's not like they're just limiting it to the promotion they work for. Like that's when I say those familiar faces. Like you'll see people in that work for different promotions.
Yeah.
You'll see people in that are killing it on the indies. You'll see people in that work in Japan. It's like I always joke with them, like, because right now I know it's like a private thing, like it's invite only, like that's their biggest thing about it. They've invited me down there to come hang out before too, but it's always like it's invite only, and I've always like bugged both of them. So when are you guys gonna just like open a school? They're like, oh, we don't know, like we just like to do what we want to do it, and it's invite only. But I'm like, you guys should just open a school. I don't know, like, you know, make the money off of this, you know. But
I've seen, sorry not to cut you off, but I've seen people like try to pull out money to pay Nattie and TJ, and Nattie will not take a dime from anybody. And it's amazing to me because you have schools teaching half of what they do for a lot of money, and then but like you said, it's invite only, so not anybody can go.
And it's very and to your point, like as someone that's been around now for a minute, like there's a lot of schools that take money from people, don't really teach them enough, and then send them out there after like a 3-week camp or something. You're like, at least with Nattie and TJ, you're getting a bang for the buck. They want everyone to be safe, and they want everyone to succeed. I think they're great people, and it's really cool that you get to do that with them. Is there anybody you kind of got to tangle up with there that you were like, oh, because I've seen you wrestle everybody on her story. So is anybody like, oh, this person was better than I thought, or this is cool that I'm wrestling this person, you know?
What was crazy is before Leon Slater got signed, I think, into the dungeon, and I remember walking in, and I was like, I've never seen this guy before.
Yeah.
And like I got to, I think I rolled around with him once. If I pulled up a video, I'd see. But I remember watching him and just being like, wow, this guy is gonna be something.
And he's great. And he's been great.
I talked to him today, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, same thing with DeReese. When he walked in, I was like, okay, like, this guy's, like, all right. He's got a good look. And then I was rolling around with him. And I've gotten very close with DeReese as well. And, like, it's crazy to me. Because, like, all these great wrestlers that are walking in that don't look bad, but, like, you see them and you're like, I don't know how I feel about them.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me with Loco's Gym. They're phenomenal wrestlers, but when they walked in, I looked twice at them. Because I was like, what do these guys bring? And I hope people do that to me. I hope they look twice at me so I can prove them. Like, I belong. And every person that has walked in, almost every person that has walked in, has proved me wrong. Mara Shanae, when she got released from WWE, I sat down with my mom and I said, I really hope that because I think the week before she got released, she came to the dungeon. I said, I really hope she comes to the dungeon again and works really hard. And she did, and she's come a couple of times. Now she's signed to TNA, she hasn't come as much, but she still, like, comes a lot. And it, like, to me, that really fulfilling to me, because, like, to say, like, I really hope this person does good, and then they do good, that's a good feeling, I feel like.
Yeah. No, it is. It's rewarding. And then it feels like, you know, you got to see them put in the effort, too, so then you kind of not respect them more, but you're more excited to see it pay off. Like, you're like, oh, like, I saw them put in the work, and now they're doing it. Super cool. And that same thing with Mara. It's cool to see her in TNA, and I remember she was down there a couple of times, too, and it's like, she's one of those people, too, that I always find fascinating, because it's like, she didn't come from wrestling. She didn't grow up around wrestling that way.
Yeah.
So the fact that if she wants to keep doing it, it's cool. Because sometimes they hire the athletes from the outside world, they get released, and then they move on with their life. They don't want to wrestle anymore.
That's what happened with, and Dawkins didn't get released, but I believe Montez too. Dawkins and Montez, they even know like a single thing about wrestling. They said, and to see what they're doing, and to see how much they've brought to the business. Same with BFAB and I know him as Tahuti.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Ashante.
Yeah.
They didn't know a lot about wrestling, and to see the work that they're putting in, to see what they're doing now, how much work they're putting in, is crazy to me. Because to think, like, the people that do that same work grew up with wrestling, like me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put in as much work, but I grew up with this, and this is all I've ever wanted. But, like, Dawkins, for example, he was a football player that they recruited. And he probably thought when he was a kid, oh, I'm going to be a football player. And to see the work and to see the effort that he puts in is crazy to me. And
no, it's insane.
awesome.
And it's cool.
Too.
It's cool to see that they've learned to love it the same way, you know? I always nowadays say, I'm like, I love the wrestlers, I love pro wrestling. Those are my favorite wrestlers, right? Because I'm like, I love pro wrestling, and you can tell when someone actually cares or they get upset with themselves because something didn't go right, or like they're passionate about it. So it's great. And honestly, like to have the accessibility to go there and train with Nattie and TJ, and I always think it's interesting. Like there's so many people that live around there in that Orlando area, in that Tampa area. And like, if you don't take advantage of that, that's on you. Because like, even you taking advantage of that shows that you care. You showing up shows that you care, and I think that's cool. It's really hot there too. I heard it's like not a facility with air conditioning.
Dude, we just recently got air conditioning.
Yeah.
Going back to Dawkins hates it, so we'll turn it off, which is great. It gets very hot. I think the most we wrestled in was, obviously we have fans, but like I think it was like 90 something degrees one day.
Yeah.
And we wrestled in, it's crazy. There will be some people like to Ashante or Tahuti that will do all 8 corners during that weather, and I'll look at some other people and just,
That's great, especially in the summer. It's probably even hotter.
Yes.
That's insane. Let me ask you about this then, because there's a whole story about you having to balance wrestling and school, right? Like you have to do both, and you can only do wrestling stuff if you do good in school. And we've heard it been explained before. The times that we haven't seen you is because you weren't doing good in school. How's that going?
Well, like what do you mean, like?
How's school going and balancing wrestling and school?
Well, school is alright. I just missed a week because we went on a cruise, as I posted the other week, on a cruise, so I'm catching up on that. But, I mean, it's good. It's hard to balance, because, especially on Wednesdays, because I'll basically get home and like, I'll doom scroll. And then I'm like, oh shoot, gotta get ready, and then I leave. Then I get back, I'm like, oh shoot, gotta do my homework. So I'll do my homework. And I gotta shower. And then I gotta put my dogs away and all that. And then, so it luckily I've learned, especially doing this for almost like a year now, or not almost a year, almost like a year and a half now, is that I've learned how to balance it. So but it definitely, at first, was a big struggle.
Do you feel like, for yourself, sometimes, like, all I want to do is wrestle? Like, this is a lot. This is a lot at once. Like, why am I even doing this if I already got a contract when I turn 18?
Yeah.
Isn't wrestling enough school for me as it is?
Yeah, the worst is when, like, teachers will be like, you know how many sports athletes actually make it?
Like,
lady, like, I had one teacher who, like, because most of my teachers know, like, my background, so the one teacher was like, well, it's different for you. Like, I didn't say anything, but in my head, I was like, no, it really isn't. Like,
You might have to work harder because you have.
yes, it's still a sports. Like,
Yeah.
Nattie talks about it a lot. Where, like, everybody thinks, oh, she's a heart, she's got a contract immediately. Like, she has continuously said in her book, she talked about it.
I read it. Yeah.
Yes, in her book, she talks about how, like, she had to work very hard to actually even get a, like, WWE to look at her.
Yeah.
And to think about that is crazy because Nattie, like, comes from the Hart family. So you think, oh, she gets a contract right away, which is not the case. So it's weird to me when people will be like, oh, it's different for you, but it's not.
Society has a bad habit of looking at the success stories, but not looking at the non-successful stories. And there's a lot of second-generation wrestlers that also like didn't make it because they didn't have like. But we don't hear about those more. You just hear about the ones that did. You hear about the Natties and the Charlottes and the Randys and the Codys. Yeah. But even Cody had to leave and come back, and like everybody has. It's not doesn't make it any easier. It honestly sometimes makes it harder because they have higher expectations. Higher expectations of you. Think you're supposed to get it faster. You know what I mean? There's all these things that they expect from you that they might not expect from someone that's not. We got a guest. We got a special. We got a run-in.
Yeah. This is Teddy. My new puppy is turning a year in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. No, that's okay. It's fine. I don't mind it. This is casual conversations. Be casual. Sit back, relax. Take it easy, okay? I'm not a serious broadcaster. Trust me.
What's up, everybody? This is RB here from Rain City Toys. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Classic. Check out the TWC show that Justin and I do weekly. Also subscribe to Just Yappin'. Justin and I talk about wrestling and everything else that we feel like talking about. If you guys are looking for figures, hit me up. Got some old school legends right here like Rick Martel. Find some of the newer guys like CM Punk. Got some Stone Cold Steve Austin. Anything you're looking for, just hit me up. Follow me on Instagram, Rain City Toys. Hit me up on TikTok, Rain City Toys. Kind of following behind Justin here on some followers, so let's get those subscriber count up. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And you guys go back to the show and hope you guys enjoy.
Speaking about Cody, he's kind of a mentor to you.
Yeah.
How's your relationship to Cody? Like, he seems to always be looking out. He's one of your dad's final greatest rivals, and then but also is like he kind of seems like he tries to do as much as he can for you. How's your relationship with Cody?
Very good. It's one of my favorite stories, and I call him Unk.
Yeah.
Because I was at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
I've been to both of those with him actually, and we were at Fanatics Fest, the second one, and this past one actually. And we're in the golf cart, and the guy turns around, and he's like, "Oh, I loved your grandpa." And I'm confused. He's like, Cody's like, "Oh no, this isn't my son." And I'm like, "Oh shoot!" Like, and the guy's like, "Oh," and he starts driving. He's like, "Wait, then what is he to you?" And I was like, "Oh, he's like an uncle to me." And Cody just yells as loud as possible. He's like, "I'm Unk." So yeah. So I call him Unk a couple times. So yeah.
That's awesome. No, he's Unk. He probably for a second was like, "Why can't I be a big brother?" Then did the calculation in his head. He's like, "Yeah, Unk. Yeah, Unk.
Yeah."
If I'm gonna be an uncle, I'm gonna be a cool uncle. I'm gonna be an Unk.
Yeah. But it's very good. Like he talked about it the other day. But when I was at Liberty's birthday party this past one, I like whispers about Cody having another baby, there, and I was like, no, they're probably just like talking about it.
Having another.
And I'm like after the party, it's like 5 probably. He's like, "Hey, little B, give me and Brandy talk to you for a second." And I'm like, "Oh, like what are they gonna talk to me about?" And they pull me in their like dining room, I think, and they asked me this. They said, "We thought about a lot of people," or no, they said, "Oh, we're having another baby," and I thought that was it. I thought, I was like, "Oh, I'm very happy for you guys," and I like go to get up, and he's like, "Wait, one more thing," And I was like, oh, shoot. Sit back down. He's like, and I had no idea. Like, I heard whispers about baby. But he's like, we were thinking, would you like to be the Godfather? And I started crying because I was like, this is, like, crazy how, like, you helped me through all the stuff with my dad, and now I'm the Godfather of your new baby is. So that, to me, was like a very nice moment. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I saw the clip where he said that you asked if you need to go watch The Godfather.
Yes, that's a real conversation I asked too.
Have you watched The Godfather yet?
Not yet. It's happening soon.
I expect you to talk to this baby like the Godfather every time you see it.
I want to do something where when I meet her, like I'm holding her maybe, and like in my other hand I'm holding like a pen and note paper, and I'm watching The Godfather.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be a great social media poster right there.
Yeah,
like you're holding the baby and it's the Godfather title on the screen like the movie's about to start.
It's gonna happen soon.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
They're not. There's nothing in common between the two, but it's great.
No,
I mean, if you don't want to wrestle Moxley in the death match and you just want to become a Godfather, that's a whole different line of work. But you can do it.
He made me sound bad though, because I asked, "Is the Godfather? Should I watch the Godfather to be a good Godfather?" I asked, "Is the Godfather a good movie?" And he said, yes, it won't help you with your Godfather abilities, which I'm not going to tell him this, but that was my follow-up question.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you'll see a clip from this. Who knows? But that's funny.
That was going to be my follow-up question. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got to be part of Joey Janela's cluster battle royal. I won't say the other word because your mom's around, but you got to be part of it.
I don't even say it.
You got to be part of it. You were the last entrance, big surprise entrance, and not only that, you eliminated Joey Janela, the namesake of the event. How was that experience for you? When did you find out that you're doing that?
So, Doris talked about it, but I'll follow it up. So, I'm sitting in the suite at WrestleMania 41 with all Cody's family, and I'm sitting with Chris Bey. I'm talking to Chris Bey, and my mom comes up and she's like, "Hey, there's a fan." And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a conversation with Chris Bey, Chris Bey will follow up on him in a minute. I become very close with him as well. But I'm sitting there and talking with him, and he's like, "Oh, there's a fan." I tell her, I said, "I don't want to see any fans right now. Like, I'll see him when I go out there, but I'm not going to stop this." She's like, "Trust me, please, please." I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like kind of pissed. So I put my stuff down, walk out, and Doris comes out of the corner. And I'm like, "Oh, shoot." So I give him a hug, and we're talking. He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "What are you doing tonight?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm doing the GCW cluster thing." And my mom made a joke, and she's like, "Oh, that'd be cool if Brodie was in it." And, like, he laughed, and I'm like, "Can I?" And Doris was like, "Oh, shoot, you're being serious?" And we were like, "Yeah." So he hits up Brett.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brett.
And Brett's like all in for it. So we get there. I'm just thinking like I'm maybe just gonna surprise appearance and eliminate me, right? So I get there, and meanwhile, this is like I get there and I go to take a photo, and then they're like, move, doors are open. So like that's how much. But we had a lot of time because that thing was like 2 hours long. So, but I go back, and Joey's like, Joey Janela, piece of shit, excuse my language. He's like, "Okay, we don't got a winner. You want to win it?" I was like, "Huh." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like, sure." I thought I was just going to get eliminated. So we go over the thing, and I win it, and I go back, take a photo of Joey. I wake up the next day, and then I was like, "Oh, what do you think about it?" And I said, "I hate it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I watched it back. I hate it. I think it sucked. She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I told you, like, I thought it sucked. And she's like, oh, you're definitely going to be a wrestler.
Yeah. You're overly critical of yourself.
Yes, I genuinely hated it for a while. Like, it took me till Will Ospreay said, like, it was really good. Then I was like, oh, okay.
Well, Will Ospreay said it. But let me ask you that then really quickly then. What was it that you hated about it so much?
I think it was mostly just because, for me, the size difference.
Okay.
To me, I was like, damn, I look so small. Like,
yeah.
And it, like, to me, I was like, oh, this is disappointing. Like, I could have done this better and this better. Like, I messed this up. Like, there was one spot where luckily I recovered, but when I went for the roll through and I went to the wrong leg.
Yeah.
That I was super pissed about that. But like I'm not mad about it now because obviously all these people said it was so good. But that was really cool for me.
Yeah.
I like yeah.
You like what?
I liked the GCW thing I did recently.
What did you do most recently?
I did where were we at? I forgot where we were exactly. Oh, All In, Texas.
Okay.
So we get there, and I just want to go chill, say hi to everybody at the GCW event. So my mom takes me. I'm just chilling. I see Doris say what's up, and Joey said, "Hey, we got a whole spot for you." I was like, "Oh, what? Like what?" So he tells me the whole thing, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And we do all the spots, and after, he's like, okay, we're just going to shake hands. And after we did all that, shook hands, but I took, like, a bump. It was easy, like, he just, like, splashed me in the corner.
Yeah.
And easy, but the crowd turned on him. So I shake his hand, the crowd's booing. And he's like, low blow me. So I low blow him, and I don't know why or what in my head thought it would be a good idea, but I stuffed him.
Yeah.
Or like I was like, oh, I'll go for a pile driver.
Yeah.
And like looking back at it, I was like, I can't do a pile driver. Like maybe my brother like safely. But,
yeah. He's bigger than the
Janela. So luckily, he just like if you watch the video, like I go for it, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So he just backflips. And I do a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was so, like, shocked when I was in the air. I was like, what the fuck? And I did it. And I got up and I was, like, so pumped. But, like, thank God for Joey to do that. But, like, I don't even know what I would have done.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It worked
really
out,
awesome.
though. Yeah.
It worked out very good.
I need to find that clip. I didn't see that one. That's nuts.
I'll later.
No, I definitely gotta check that out. I did watch the cluster one because I remember watching that, but that's I need to see this most recent one. What were you gonna say about Chris Bey? How's your relationship with Chris Bey? How did you guys
Very
get
good.
He's another great dude. I've always had great conversations with him. Tell me about you and Chris.
So I told him that he's like, yeah, but I didn't know a lot about him before. Mm-hmm. Like I knew of him, but very little. Like I knew he was in TNA. That's how much I knew him.
Yeah.
And then he got injured, and I remember hearing all this stuff, and I was like, what? Like, what's going on? So I did some research and asked like other people, and I found out the whole story. And at WrestleMania actually, I knew of him, and he knew of me. And at WrestleMania, we had a group chat of everybody in the suite, and I took his number aside and I said, hey man, like super excited to meet you, like I become a big fan of yours. And he's like, oh, very excited to meet you. And that whole weekend we like instantly bonded. Like we had a bunch of conversations and everything. And so that one, like to me, he's become one of the closest friends I've had in the business.
That's awesome. Yeah. He's great, and like honestly, so talented even with like music and everything else that he does.
His music's great.
And every time I've talked to him since the injury, and like even watching the interviews and stuff, he's just super positive, always grateful for everything that's going on in his life. And those are the best people to be around.
That to me was so crazy. Because if I broke my neck, I would be so down. And he said, honestly, he's like, honestly, I was really down. But then he's like, I realized I was alive. Yeah. And that to me stood out a lot. Because to make a comeback like that, and he's still grateful, not just for the comeback, but for everything else, that was really, like, special to me and crazy.
Yeah, he's just grateful to be alive, be able to, like, it's just like, it really puts life in perspective of, like, things could always be worse, and he's a great dude. Do you still have that TNT championship that was gifted to you?
I do. If you want, I can run up and go get it real quick.
Go ahead, go grab it. Let's check it.
I'll be right back.
Hey yo, it's your boy the Wrestling Classic Justin here, and I'm here to tell you guys about one of wrestling's best kept secrets for merchandise, officially licensed WWE and NXT merchandise, 500level.com. Check them out, 500level.com. Get officially licensed merchandise for the WWE, NXT, UFC, MLB, NBA, NHL. They got it all. If you join the Partnership Point program as a loyal customer, you will get discounts down the road. You can find merchandise for some of your favorite NXT stars that you can't find anywhere else. Javon Evans, Kalani Jordan, Carmen Petrovic, Lola Vice, Trick Williams. They got merchandise for everybody on NXT. You got OG shirts like this NWO shirt. You got big stars like the Queen Charlotte Flair. You get new designs like this new design for Lita. You get designs I helped out with, like this design for Dakota Kai, which I was a part of creating when Dakota didn't have those many shirts going on. You can get, like I said, NXT superstars like Carmen Petrovic and many others. You can get OGs like the none other than the Hot Rod, Rowdy, Roddy Piper. You can get CM Punk, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, anybody you want. Sami Zayn's 500level.com. Check them out. You can even get the bad guy, Razor Ramon. You get your OG, like I said, logo shirts, NWO, WWF, Survivor Series, Raw's War. 500level.com. Check them out. Join the partnership program. Some of the best quality shirts, premium quality, regular quality. Some of the best product you will find out there, officially licensed WWE, NXT merchandise, and OG Legend stuff. 500level.com. Check them out. Keep doing the thing. We'll see you all later.
I'm sorry, it took a minute. I brought
That's okay. I'll put one of those little SpongeBob things there. A few minutes later.
I brought something else. I'll show you in a minute.
Oh, cool. I'm excited. Oh, that's sweet.
The real.
Yeah.
Like,
that's insane. Yeah. And it's cool because it's the red strap one. It was only used for that period.
Yeah, and this is
then it was retired.
Yeah. I got pieces.
How cool is that?
It's very cool, but I also got pieces of the original one that he smashed with his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I got pieces of that. But yeah, that's this is it.
That's dope. What was it like seeing your first action figure of yourself?
That to me was crazy because I always dreamed about that.
Yeah, and to get it, people dream about that. They don't get it till they're like in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
I was still younger. I was like 10. And like have the action figure, maybe 11. But to have that, I was like, wow, it's crazy. I brought it to school.
Yeah.
Like the next time I was at school, I brought it there. But yeah, that was really cool.
What do the other kids think about your life? Like what you're doing, trying to wrestle? You're on the road with these people. Are anybody that you know also wrestling fans? Are they like?
There's one that I become really good friends with, not just because of wrestling, just because he goes to school.
Yeah.
With me, but he's one of them, and like not a lot of them are wrestling fans. Like the one was crazy. He was like going crazy because he didn't know that I knew Cody, and he's like going crazy. The biggest one was when I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a photo with John Cena." A bunch of people went crazy about that.
Yeah.
They're like, "Wow, that's so cool! Like, what? How did you do that?" I was like, "Man, I just got a selfie.
Yeah. Like, you know. Are you a John Cena fan? Are you sad that he's retiring?
Yeah. It's like crazy to think about, like how there's only 2 more dates.
It's nuts, right? Because I'm not even the biggest Cena fan, and I'm sitting like, wow, there's only 2 more dates. Like, it's kind of sad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Would he have been someone that would have been a dream match for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Like, obviously, it won't happen because I truly believe, like, I don't believe a lot of wrestlers when they say this is my
They're
last.
gonna retire. Yeah.
Or yeah, they're gonna retire, but I truly believe that he's gonna retire. So.
I do too. I feel
Yeah.
like he's a type to be a man of his word. He wouldn't do it unless he meant it.
Yeah.
But that being said, we've seen dream matches happen. Who are some of your dream matches when you get to that 18 years old, 19 years old?
I'll give
Who
you
are like 5 people you're ready to step in the ring with?
We'll go Cody.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna happen one day. Chris Bey.
Okay.
You've seen the video. He's training. He's gonna come back. I swear on everything I love that man will come back to wrestling.
Okay.
Leon Slater.
All right.
Let's see. Man like the Reese.
All right.
Alright, let's see. One more. Trying to think. Will Ospreay.
All right. Okay, that's wild. That's a
Yeah.
wild. The one that I feel like you got to catch to is Cody, but the rest of them I feel like they'll all still be wrestling while you're wrestling. So like.
There's something that something will happen where Cody will retire and I will
Bring him back.
be it.
Oh, okay.
I will do my best to retire Cody Rhodes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I hope people clip this years from now and they start the little edits that they make with you saying this, and then next thing you know, it's just in video packages.
Yeah.
I wish I wore a better outfit. I wish I was. Hey, I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna make a mental note. I want to see you retire Cody Rhodes. I think that'd be a cool full. So like, who else should? I don't know who else should.
I've run things through my head. Let's just say, when I think of myself during that run with Cody, I think of myself as Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, but instead of him being like, you are the chosen one, he's gonna be like, you were the Godfather.
yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, because there's many meanings to that.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you what else I brought.
Yeah, please do. I'm intrigued.
Was the real Sledgehammer.
Oh, wow. The Bludgeon brothers.
So if you look real closely here, this says my name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brodie, and he requested that. And then on the other side, where is it? Here it is. It's my brother's name. Nolan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there it is. This is hand carved, and this is real wood. Like, I'll use my phone real quick.
That's so cool. I was there. Was it a WrestleMania where they squashed the New Day? I was at SummerSlam.
They didn't squash. It was the New Day, Usos, and the Bludgeon Brothers for the tag titles.
But it was short.
Huh?
It was short.
It was like
Was it?
15 minutes.
Okay, maybe it wasn't that match, but I was at a match that was short. But I was at WrestleMania 34 too. I was there. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Not my ultimate favorite.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you then. Like, what is your favorite match of all time? Now that you bring that up.
My favorite match of all time was the opening match, like to the real show, WrestleMania 31, and it was a ladder match for the Intercontinental Champion. It was my dad, Stardust, R-Truth, Danielson, Dolph Ziggler, and Wayne Barrett, and Dean Ambrose. And that to me, it just because it was really good, and like all my favorites in there. Like Cody Danielson, my favorite wrestler of all time, and my dad, and obviously Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that was a banger. That was a great match. That was a WrestleMania that everyone went into underwhelmed because like the build up wasn't great, and the show was like the best WrestleMania.
Dude, that was a freaking good show.
Yeah.
Triple H and Sting was a good match. It just didn't have a good ending.
No, 100%. I'm like, it was a good match, and as a kid that grew up in the 90s, it was a great match. I just think the wrong guy won. But otherwise, it was a great match.
And the ending was not good. But that's what everybody looks at. I watched that match with Cody, with a couple other people on the bus. And I remember midway through the match, Cody's like, well, this match is a banger. Like, what are people talking about?
Even the nostalgia pops of the NWO and DX, and all of it was great. I just think the wrong guy won, but everything else was great. It was a great match. How was it meeting Sting for you? Because I just met him recently and he was great. But
I have a decent relationship with Sting. Like, I'm not gonna say great because I don't know him as well, but I definitely there's a moment after the tribute show, and I'm gonna keep this for me. But there's a moment after the tribute show where he says something to me, and it meant a lot to me. And I told him after his final match about it, and he said that he remembered it, and it's a very special moment that I keep in my heart.
That's awesome.
People, yeah.
And it's cool that you had it with him. People. You said Danielson's your favorite wrestler of all time.
Yes, he is.
And he is also there every week, all the time now. How is it being around Danielson? Do you ever get to pick his brain? I've spent hours talking to this man about the most random things that have nothing to do with wrestling. We've talked about ants in space. We start talking about wrestling and it goes somewhere totally different. And then next thing I'm like, an hour's gone by and we don't even know what we're doing for this live interview that we're doing. How's Danielson for you?
It's weird because, like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I gotta pick these people's brains, and then I'll be backstage fighting Dante Martin in a locker room. And then, like, the show will be over. Like, when we were at Lakeland, there's a basketball, like, hoop. It's very short, it's, like, down here. But, like, me and Lee Moriarty were hooping for, like, an hour.
That's
like,
awesome.
we were just playing a game. And so that will happen where like I'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta pick this person's mind, and then I'll just like do stuff like that. So like I try, but like I'm just hanging out.
You got time.
Yeah.
You're already contracted for a contract. If you want a contract to fight Moxley, you're set. It's okay. Yeah. Hypothetically, just for fun, we're gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
You have to go into a War Games, a Blood and Guts.
Oh.
You got to take your team of 4. So it's you plus 4 other people, right? So it's you plus 4 other people.
So
you're in the match, so you're leading
this. This question.
Yeah.
So first, my manager is gonna be Ricky Starks.
All right.
Big guys here. We're gonna go Will Hobbs, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes. And
okay.
You're gonna ask, why is Carmelo on there?
You read my mind.
Melo don't miss. That's all I gotta say.
That's a stacked team.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Will Hobbs. You can't even. That's big meaty men slapping me, and then you got Carmelo and yourself in there.
Melo don't miss.
You and Melo just working game. I get it.
We're playing basketball backstage. Don't do the work.
Don't do the work. We're just shooting hoops and we'll go in when we get called. Let me ask you this then. Who would you say are your top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time? So you have Bryan.
Oh, Bryan Danielson, Cody Rhodes, my dad. We're gonna leave my dad out of this because that's a no-brainer.
That's an obvious.
Cody Rhodes. This is hard. I'm gonna put. I don't know, honestly.
So wait, you have Cody Rhodes, Bryan Danielson.
I never thought of like a top 5 of all time.
I've had the same one for so many years, and it's so hard for me to put newer people in it because I'm older.
Who is it?
I'm older that it's
Oh,
literally.
Will Ospreay, Gunther. There it is.
Okay, that's
Gunther.
4. And give me one more. Will Ospreay, Gunther, Cody Rhodes.
Probably
Okay, who the other?
Takeshita.
Takeshita. Okay, I like
Yeah.
Takeshita. You know, I'm actually looking forward to this Takeshita Okada match because Takeshita reminds me of what Okada was like 15 years ago, like that up and coming
Yeah.
guy that is the next ace, and he's just been killing it.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna tell Big E you didn't put him in there. That's crazy.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. And
Yeah.
people have caught on to this with, I'm not gonna name names, but people have caught on to this with someone very close to me. But I'm just gonna change my answer every time someone asks. And that's the
good.
strategy.
That's
people
good.
have caught on to it with, like I said, someone who I know. I'm not gonna name names. Cody. But people edit that out. People have caught on to him, but he said like he doesn't have like a specific top 5, so
Yeah.
he changed it every time.
Yeah, well, it's like because most wrestlers, because he does it on his show too, where he asks the Mount Rushmore thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's hard, especially the Mount Rushmore thing, because a Mount Rushmore and my favorites are two totally different. A Mount Rushmore, am I being objective here? Because then it's different. If I'm saying my personal, then it's different.
Yeah.
And I'm like now I've been around for so long that like I've had my top 5 from like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's so many new wrestlers that I like. Like I do like Cody, and I do like
Yeah,
Seth,
like,
and
I
I do
can tell you-
like I can't.
Like right now, my favorite wrestlers, but like all time, that's different.
Yeah, like all time I can tell you, but it's hard because like it's like there's so many wrestlers that I like today that eventually I'm gonna have to be like, oh man, they've been like. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, oh, like even like a Cody, we'll use him for example. I think he's technically been around since like 2009 for me now, 10.
Yeah.
Like that's like 15 years. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy. Like he's
crazy.
technically an older wrestler. You should
Yeah.
do it. You should do one. I don't know if you've done it yet, but you should dress up like Stardust one of these Halloweens.
No, that's Kellen. Cody's nephew.
Okay.
That's all
Okay.
Kellen.
All right. What was I gonna say? Has your brother had any interest in wrestling yet?
No, he wants to be I forgot what it is. Video game ninja scientist something.
All
That's-
right. Well,
He wants to be a
can't wait
video
to see
maker
him.
who's a ninja, who's also a scientist, who also I think is like a police officer or something.
It went from all these crazy things to one of a very common job, a police officer.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
He
No,
said
I
when
do.
he makes $1 billion, he's gonna give me $1 for every time I'm nice to him.
Oh
was like-
wow! Look at that.
Okay, then.
You're gonna have a whole dollar. You're gonna have one whole dollar.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
well,
joking. We're gonna wrap this up.
I'm in debt.
Pardon?
I'm gonna be in debt.
Yeah, you are by the end of it. We'll wrap this up. Last couple of questions. One
Yeah.
thing that you can share, because obviously a lot of it's personal, so I don't want you to share any personal stuff. But one thing that you can share that you think that anyone listening to this, it might help them too. Something you learned from your dad or you've taken from your dad. The one thing you can share that you've learned from your dad that might maybe even help other people. Like a life lesson, a way to act, anything.
I'll just say, like, for my dad, it was like, don't stop working just because you think it's over. Like,
Yeah.
my dad, when he found out he was pregnant, when my mom was pregnant with him, he said, like, oh, I'm basically done. Because he did that Dragon Gate run, and he's like, oh, this is it. WWE's going to hire me right after this. And then they didn't get back to him, so he's like, oh, this is it. And I think he said that he was going to retire from wrestling after he had me.
Yeah.
And while I was, like, being born, or, like, right after I being born, he said the story. You can look it up on YouTube or something. But he got the call from John Laurinaitis that said, hey, we're interested in you. And then he got signed. And, yeah, so, like, just don't give up. Like, it's, maybe the time isn't now. Like I said, like, my dad did that Dragon Gate run, and he's like, oh, this is it. Don't tell yourself that time is it, because you don't know if it's going to be. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen people who will say, oh, this is my time, and it is their time. But I've also seen people, like my dad, who will say, oh, this is my time right here, and it's not. Maybe it's a later time, Or honestly, maybe it just doesn't happen, but you still, like, you don't give up.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't happen one time.
Or it doesn't happen the way you think
Yeah.
or you imagine it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, not everything happens exactly the way you think it's great to have a plan. But things don't always go as planned, but it doesn't mean you take yourself out of the game.
Yeah, like, I have a plan that I think will be perfect for me. But if that doesn't happen, I have a plan B.
Yeah.
In the wrestling world, everybody's like, oh, you gotta have a plan for if you don't make it in wrestling, and I'm like, oh yeah, I will. I don't. I'll probably be like a coach in wrestling. Probably.
Yeah, well, something with it. You'll be working at the dungeon.
Yeah.
When they finally open their school.
I'll be a maid.
Yeah. That all being said, though, we're obviously gonna do this again one day in the future. I already know if I'm still kicking around doing this, gonna be back on. Usually, I ask people at the end, like, how do you feel like you made your younger self proud? But I think you're still in the process of doing that. I think you're still working on it. I feel like if you could talk to your younger self, you would give them some wisdom that you've learned of your days.
I'd probably just say, like, watch more sports, because that sounds weird, but like, after my dad died, like, it was weird for me to watch sports because my dad was super big in sports. So, like, I've recently gotten really into it, like baseball and basketball I'm really into right now. And I've always stayed with hockey, but, like, it's hard for me to get into it when, like, nobody's watching me. Because my mom and brother don't like, they mostly like hockey like me, but...
It's hard. That was your connection with your dad. Now he's not around. It takes some time. I lost my dad a couple of years ago. I used to watch the Indian Bollywood movies with him, so it took me a while to be like, I'm gonna watch him without him because otherwise I don't really watch him. But the one time I met your dad, I can't remember specifically if it was a shirt or just a hat, but I think he was wearing a shirt. The one time I met him was at a Wally Mania, and he was wearing a Toronto Maple Leafs either shirt or hat.
Oh, he had a very passionate Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
Yeah, I have a picture from there too. I don't remember if it was just a hat or if it was a shirt too.
It's probably a shirt because in the picture he's wearing a different hat. He had a very beat up Toronto Maple Leafs hat that he wore just for regular, but for Wally Mania I think he wore a special hat. But yeah, we were super passionate about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that's all I remember because we talked about that for like 2 minutes. I was like, you're a Toronto fan? I'm like, don't worry, I'm from Vancouver. It's just as hard being a Vancouver fan. At least you guys actually won cups back in the day. But
yeah, but
Vancouver's never won a cup. We've never won a cup.
Yeah, that's true.
At least Toronto's won cups.
We need to start winning a cup now. I talked to Edge and Christian about it a lot. I talked to them like just about Toronto. So that's really cool to me because like those are people that like I
watching
as much as a fan with them. Like later, I did.
Oh yeah, because I guess Edge was retired by that point. Yeah.
Yeah, and Christian they were doing the Edge and Christian show, so I knew about that, and that was funny to me. But like knowing them now, see like wow, I'm talking to Edge about the Toronto Maple Leafs, or I'm talking to Christian about the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's crazy.
No, for sure.
Sorry, not to cut you off. There's a crazy photo of when it was. I forgot when it was, but it was Toronto versus Tampa, and we were there. And my aunt came in for work, and Mom was like, "Hey, you want to get tickets for this?" We're all like, "Yeah." And we're going to our seats, or I think we're going to get food maybe. And we're walking, and I see Adam like walk by me. And he's like running, and I stop at Adam, Edge. He turns around. He's like, "Oh, what's up, buddy?" And we ended up going to their suite, and I watched the game sitting next to Edge and Christian, and they won. The Toronto won, and it was crazy to me. Then
he was wearing a Toronto Maple Leaf zip-up jacket thing. Yep. That's what it was. Yep. That's when I saw him. That's when I met him. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had to look it up. I was like, I have to know, otherwise I feel dumb. He was wearing the zip-up, and he was wearing a different hat. It was it's a different green and black hat, but that was the zip-up. That's what I remember. Yeah. Okay.
But that's crazy. That was crazy to me to I was wearing like this crazy Toronto outfit. I had Toronto, like it was a bunch of Toronto logos, pajama pants, and then like
Yeah.
I think it was an Austin Matthews Toronto jersey, and I had a Toronto hat. And I watched the game with them, and to me that was crazy that I was watching the Toronto win with Edge and Christian.
Yeah, and the Toronto boys, born and raised there, they love it. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's cool to know what you're doing, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you and what you decide to do at 18. I'm looking forward to seeing you wrestle Jon Moxley in a death match at 19. I'm looking forward to see you retire Cody Rhodes at the age of 20.
Oh, dang! You're hyping me up.
No, I am hyping you up, and I hope that when you retire Cody Rhodes, I come to that whatever show it is in whatever company, and I get to watch it because I will be entertained. This is great. This is fun. We'll definitely do this again.
Yeah.
And I think you have a great mind for this already. The way you're talking about Nattie and TJ and the people that come in there and train, like you can already tell that you really care about this business and doing good in it and like learning and wanting to be part of it and like making plans for yourself. I'll tell you this, there's a few people that are like 2-3 people that I've known before they ever started wrestling, before they ever started taking bumps, that would tell me about their goals and dreams about wanting to be a wrestler, and we would master plan ideas together and this and that.
Yeah.
And both of 2 of them, I can say at least, out of the ones that I used to talk to, have been world champions in companies now and are doing things on TV. And it's like, I saw them when they were like 18, 19, 20 years old, saying they were going to do these things, and they went out there and they actually did it. And it's just cool for me to know, like, oh, I was there when they started and they were thinking about this, and I was able to be like, go do it, like, you can do it. So for whatever it's worth, go do it. You can do it. Just keep doing the thing, and like you're gonna rock it. I was at Nick Wayne's first ever match. I remember he reminded me of that. I had him on the show. He's like, Justin, you were at my first match, and I was like, oh yeah, it was, because I used to go to Defy every month.
Yeah.
And I remember when you were just a kid that would come up to me and say like you loved my Instagram page, and then I guess it was at your first match, and now you're doing all this stuff. Like, you know, I think you have that same drive, and you love it that same way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, you had a great dad who was a great wrestler that we all loved, and I don't even think it's just that. I think you've learned to love it yourself, for yourself. So that's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry,
Let me shout out a couple people real quick.
Yeah, give them shout outs.
Cinda Deora Jr. That's
all right.
One of my closest friends, actually. I started talking to him a couple weeks ago.
That's awesome.
I just shouting out real quick. And Ariel Dominguez.
Yo, Ariel's the man. Great guy.
Oh, yeah. Ariel.
Yeah. We've talked. Out of that class, I've talked to him, Cam, the guy that was Cam's partner at the time.
Oh, yeah, Cam Khalil.
Yeah, so I talked to him. Those are the 3 that talked to me from there. Outside of like wrestlers that are in the bigger companies, I know like from the actual wrestlers that are students there, like those are the 3 I've talked to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
No, thank you, and we'll talk soon. Keep doing things.
Yes,
hit me up if you ever need anything, or if I can help with anything or promote anything.
Yes, I will.
I got you. Sounds good. See ya.
See ya. Thanks.
It's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.